Hello, everybody. This is Damian Salgado for my game Last Conquest. This is the pretty much the packaging I'd go with. If I had to market it, I would want this. This is kind of a placeholder. I'd want this to be like engraved wood and have this all designed kind of with the skulls and the Spartan helmet. So that's just a placeholder because obviously I couldn't engrave wood. I don't know how to do that. So I wanted to give it an old historical feel, like if you were opening up an old chest that you found. If anyone's ever seen Jumanji, kind of like that. Open the game. You got your booklet right here, manual. All right. So, rule book. As you open it, you have your card sets, main deck, your starter cards, and your event and warrior cards. All right, and immediately it's just me and my wife to help show the gameplay here. You can have up to 3 people for the game, and the way I would start the game is to basically roll a dice. If I ever expanded the game to make some warriors that would allow you to go first, that'd be like an ability of theirs, but for now, you can roll a dice. We're just going to say I'm going to go first. Alright, so you pull out all the cards. Okay, you got all your cards here. You can put your packaging away, or you can even close it up and still utilize it kind of as a little game board. I figured it that way, just to put the main event cards kind of up here and maybe have a spot where I want my destroyed cards to go. Leave it open if I want my destroyed cards to go back inside here, since they're no longer a part of the game. Whatever you like. It's an open game field, being that it's a deck building game. So the way the game would go for a setup, it would be your cards, your main deck cards, you shuffle them up. After you have them all shuffled up, I'm kind of doing this quick for the sake of time. I don't want my video to go too long. But you shuffle up everything and you're going to have your main deck here. When you have your main deck, you're pretty much going to set up what would be a 5-card lineup here. Just kind of switch this up a little bit. Alright. So you'd have a 5-card lineup set up, drawing off the top of the main deck after you shuffle up. Alright, so you got your main deck here, ready to go, and that's how you'll replenish. And there's your kind of your 5-card lineup. Alright, and your player, either you can pick, being if you played the game before and you like a certain warrior you like to choose from, or you can just do it by random. I'm a big Alexander the Great buff in history, so I'll go with him. And my wife is going to be the awesome Cleopatra.
Thank you.
Alright, so I have Cleopatra, Alexander the Great. The other ones I made were Anubis, Artemis, and Blackbeard. Good old pirate. Alright, so those other ones put to the side. Have your choice. You leave your card right here on the side. That's your warrior. And then your event cards are going to be set up at the top near your main deck. You're going to turn them over, and you're going to flip just one over. Alright, I'm going to not utilize that one. That's a powerful one I made that might ruin how I'm trying to show you guys. The Kraken is one of the events, and it's pretty powerful. That's another one that's kind of difficult. Alright, let me get my setup going here for you guys to see. Alright, so I pulled up an event there. That's my first event. Okay. And this area here kind of leave open for destroyed cards or wherever you want to place them. Alright, and then every player starts off with 10 starter cards. Here's the starter cards. You have your focus cards, which is just your general power card, power +1, so people can buy. And the way that breaks down is they'll get 6 focus cards, and they will receive 4 lack of focus cards, which is just nothing. It's just a placeholder. It's meant to kind of prevent a player from just racking up a bunch of points on the onset. Okay? Alright. So, I'm going to give those to my wife there. Those will be her starter cards. That's her starter hand. This is going to be, yeah, shuffle them up. She'll shuffle hers. I'll shuffle mine. Alright, and that's how you start your hand. Starter hand. And that, once you have them shuffled up, they go face down. You can put them next to your warrior card here. They go face down here. Alright? Now I'll go back to the warrior cards. The reason why people want to play as certain warriors is because they have abilities. Like Alexander the Great. Upon successful attack on opponent, draw an additional card from your deck. So when it's my turn, and if I successfully accomplish an attack on the opponent, I can utilize that warrior ability and then benefit my deck building even further. Alright? So now the turn starts. So it's my turn. We're all set up. She has her deck shuffled, starter cards. I have mine. I will draw 5 cards. She will also draw 5 cards. And that is then your starting hand. Alright, so I have a starting hand here. Alright. I obviously didn't shuffle very well. I have 5 focus cards, which means my next hand is probably going to be terrible. And she got a decent one. She got 3 and 2 lack of focus cards. Alright, so being that it's my turn, the way this is going to play out is I'm going to say, hey, I'm just going to play my hand because they're all the same and they're all +1 power. So +1 power, +1 power, +1 power, +1 power, +1 power. Obviously I can't attack or do anything, so my warrior card doesn't do anything. Also, being that the start of the turn, the event is always in play until someone can defeat it by paying the cost of what you see there, 10. That's how you would remedy defeating the event and gaining this card into your deck. But the cause right now would be while this card is active, warrior card abilities are nullified. So while this event's in play, I can't even use my warrior. Warriors are pointless. It's pretty much you're just playing off your deck. Okay, so I have 5. So since I have 5, I'm going to look around. That's an awesome card, but it's 6. Alright, so 4, I have a 3, I have another 5, and a 4. Well, I'm probably going to look at the 5. Higher cost cards are usually better cards. When attacked, you may destroy this card in order to avoid attack. Upon successful defense, you may draw a card from the top of the main deck. So that's a defense card, which if she builds up some attack, it would be really good. Except I have to destroy this card in order to do anything. So I don't know if I want to do that, being that the name of the game is the first person who doesn't have any cards because they're all destroyed loses. So I'm not going to look that way. I'm going to maybe look at probably the attack card so I can start getting early attack points against my opponent. So I'm going to go with this one. This is worth 3, sword attack. And that just goes here into my hand. And since I used up and played those cards, it doesn't go into my hand, just goes here. And that is all. When I gain it, because I purchased it, I have 2 extra points, but I can't purchase anything. So it goes to nothing. And this becomes my face-up discard pile. Alright, we're going to replenish the lineup. It's okay to do so. Event doesn't say otherwise. Replenish the lineup. Alright, I'm going to draw my other 5 cards now. Draw my 5. Of course, it's terrible. They're all lack of focus. And now, we declare it my wife, Amber's turn. Alright.
So, that's over 0.
She plays her hand. She's got +3 power because she has... That's all she can count out of the abilities of the cards. So she has 3. Her warrior card, she can't do anything about it, even if she wanted to, because the event is currently mutiny, which nullifies the game card. So she has 3. If we look on the board, there is nothing for her to purchase. And we didn't shuffle very well, so that's probably part of it. But there's nothing for her to purchase, so she just passes her hand along. It goes into her discard pile. We don't need to replenish the lineup. She will then draw her 5 cards. And now it'll go back to my turn. And this will continue. And this continues as you build the deck. You become more powerful. And you do what the cards say. Attacks and defenses. And Keep going until you destroy the opponent's cards. Thanks.